run. I've seen it a million times. It was the show where Super Dave walks through the fire, right?
Yep. You know what?
What?
In the Old Testament days, 3 guys got thrown into the furnace, and they didn't even get burned at all. They walked out unharmed.
Oh yeah? Well, how did they do that? Super Dave wasn't even alive then. What's their names anyway? I'm going to check in my Bible and see if you're pulling my leg.
Their names are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, does that sound familiar?
Wasn't that one of our Sunday school lessons? I remember now. They got thrown in the furnace by the evil king, Mr. Sneezer, because they wouldn't buy him Kleenex, right?
No, silly. They were thrown in the furnace by King Nebuchadnezzar because they wouldn't worship an image of gold.
I knew that. I was just checking to see if you remembered it.
Sure, Henry. I believe you.
Really, I do. I could finish the rest of the story if I wanted to.
Okay, go for it.
I will. Anyways, when the king found out they wouldn't worship his idol, he got mad. He told his servants to make the furnace 7 times harder than usual.
Where'd Henry go, guys? I can barely see him. There he is.
Really? Did they do it?
Okay. Oh, wait. Of course. He was the king, wasn't he? So they knew Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the furnace. And you know what?
What?
Henry, silly.
It was so hot.
How hot was it?
It was so hot that people that flew in got in all burned up.
That's pretty hot. Did they live through it?
Of course.
But how?
I'm getting to that part. After they threw them in the fire, they saw 4 people walking around in all that fire.
I thought you said there were 3 people thrown in the fire.
That's right.
But who was the 4th person in the furnace?
God.
Wow. What happened then?
The king was so surprised.
How surprised was he?
He was so surprised he told them to come out.
Did they?
Yep. And when they did, they weren't even hurt at all. Not even singed hair.
Super Dave singed his hair when he walked through the fire, and his clothes were burned too.
That's because he was not as good as God.
What did the king do next?
He told them they really must have a great God if he protected them from such horrible death. Then he said that anybody that said anything bad about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God would be cut to pieces.
That's right. You really did read the story.
Yep, and you know what that proves?
That you really do pay attention in Sunday school?
Nope, that God is the only God there is, and he can do anything, even more than Super Dave.
Yep.